Welcome back, everyone. If you're focused on learning exactly how to communicate with absolute clarity and maximum impact, well, you're in exactly the right place. Today, we've got a highly actionable, incredibly practical explainer lined up for you. We're going to look at how to drop those common crutch words so you can speak better, sound smarter, and project total confidence all in just a few short minutes. Let's get right into it. Okay, let's kick things off with a super simple question. How often do you actually say the word very? Seriously, take a second right now and just reflect on your own daily conversations. It's very good, I'm very tired, that's very funny. It is just so easy to lean on the simple modifier, isn't it? We literally all do it. But what if I told you that this one little four-letter word is actually holding your vocabulary hostage? Well, our definitive source material for today's explainer is the 5-Minute English Vocabulary Booster. This infographic is brilliant because it provides us with the ultimate 10-word toolkit to instantly elevate our language. It's basically a masterclass in efficiency, because instead of just adding more words to your sentences, we're going to look at how to actually swap out the weak ones for really powerful, precise alternatives. To make this super easy to digest, here's our roadmap. Number 1, the very big problem. 2, expressing extreme emotions. 3, extreme physical states. 4, upgrading everyday assessments. And finally, number 5, speak better, sound smarter. Section 1. The very big problem, relying on basic words. So, think of very as the ultimate communication villain. It sneaks into our sentences and actually dilutes the impact of the feelings or observations we're trying to convey. It acts kind of like a magnifier, but instead of making a weak word stronger, it just highlights how weak the original word actually is. So the crucial takeaway here is this. By replacing a basic, clunky two-word phrase with a single, powerful synonym, we instantly project way more confidence and clarity. Think about it. Who sounds more authoritative? Someone who uses two generic words to describe a situation, or someone who hits the nail on the head with one precise, impactful term? It's the single word every single time. Moving into Section 2, expressing extreme emotions, upgrading how we feel. Now, looking at all three of these emotional upgrades together is actually really interesting. When we feel something strongly, our words absolutely need to carry the weight of that feeling. Look at how very happy upgrades to ecstatic. Very funny jumps all the way up to hilarious. And notice how very bad dramatically transforms into a horrible experience. The word horrible carries this visceral, gut punch feeling that very bad completely misses. Let's isolate that first one. If you just say the basic phrase out loud to yourself with a flat, dull delivery, like, I am very happy, it sounds pretty unconvincing, right? Like you're just going through the motions. But now, hit that powerful word with a high-energy, punchy pronunciation. Ecstatic. Do you feel the difference there? The word itself actually carries the energy of the emotion. Let's look at a specific example, straight from our source material. I was ecstatic after passing the exam. Imagine studying for months, all that stress building up, and finally, you see that passing grade. Simply saying you are happy just wouldn't do justice to that immense wave of relief and joy. Ecstatic paints this vivid mini-picture of academic success and pure triumph. And this brilliantly illustrates the exact same principle with humor. Look at very funny versus hilarious. There is a massive leap in comedic value right there. Very funny implies, polite, mild chuckle. But hilarious? That means you're crying, your stomach hurts, and you can barely breathe because you're laughing so incredibly hard. It's an instant upgrade to your storytelling. All right, Section 3, extreme physical states, describing our bodily extremes. Our bodies go through a lot, and we really need the right vocabulary to express those extremes accurately. Take a look at these 4 physical states. Notice how very hungry becomes starving when it's finally time to eat. Or how a very hot summer day escalates to absolutely boiling weather. We are swapping out passive descriptions for really active, vivid sensations. Let's focus on fatigue for a second. Say it with a slow, sluggish tone. Very tired. I mean, it's okay, but it lacks weight. Now hit the powerful synonym with absolute finality. Exhausted. Boom. When you say you're exhausted, the conversation stops. People immediately understand that your battery is at absolute zero. Our source anchors this perfectly to an everyday scenario we honestly all know way too well. After work, I felt exhausted. By attaching this specific, powerful word to a super relatable post-workday scenario, you communicate exactly where your energy levels are to your friends or family. No further explanation needed. Moving from internal states to external environments, look at very cold versus freezing. It's a pretty simple weather observation, sure, but swapping these words instantly upgrades a boring comment into a dramatic, conversation-starting statement. It's freezing out there, invites an immediate, shivering reaction from whoever you're talking to. Next up, Section 4, upgrading everyday assessments, judging the world around us. So this category is all about how we replace basic generic praise with high-impact words of observation and critique. Let's preview these 3 qualitative upgrades. Very good becomes outstanding. Very rich becomes wealthy. Very beautiful becomes stunning. I want to point out that middle one especially. Describing someone's family as very rich sounds kind of unrefined, almost transactional, right? But calling them wealthy, that implies a sense of deep generational prosperity. It's subtle for sure, but it is so much more sophisticated. But let's look at what might actually be the worst offender of the entire bunch. Very good. It is without a doubt one of the most overused, watered-down phrases in the entire English language. The food is very good. The movie was very good. Your work is very good. It means almost nothing anymore. Replacing it with outstanding is your ultimate secret weapon for sounding highly articulate and deeply appreciative. Just listen to how this quote from our source material flows. She gave an outstanding performance. Using outstanding commands immediate respect. It elevates the prestige of the compliment entirely. You aren't just saying she did well, you're saying she literally stood out from everyone else. And honestly, that is the power of precision. Finally, let's contrast these 2 phrases. Very beautiful and stunning. Beautiful is a nice word, but adding very to it really doesn't do much at all. The powerful word, stunning, implies a literal physical reaction. It's something so visually striking that it actually stuns you, you know? It stops you right in your tracks. The source example gives us this really great line. She looked stunning in the dress. Just envision the visual impact of that compliment for a second. It's memorable. If you want someone to remember what you said to them, you absolutely have to use words that carry real emotional and visual weight. And our final section, number 5. Speak better, sound smarter, the vocabulary challenge. So, we've broken down all 10 words across 3 major themes, and now it's time to turn the core promise of our source material into an actionable challenge for you. Because knowledge is great, but application is everything. So to gamify this learning experience, here is a simple, structured 3-step process you can implement in your very next conversation. Step 1. Catch yourself about to use the word very. Just become hyper-aware of it. Step 2. Pause. Take a quick half-second breath. Step 3. Dig into your new mental toolkit and choose a powerful word instead. Outstanding, starving, exhausted. Because ultimately, this is all about becoming more articulate, which is having the ability to speak fluently, coherently, and powerfully. By dropping these crutch words, you remove the barriers between your brilliant thoughts and the people you're sharing them with. So I'm going to leave you with this one provocative question to take into the real world right now. Which of these 10 powerful words will you use first today? Get out there, drop the very, and let your vocabulary do the heavy lifting. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I will see you next time.